playing back and forth with a teammate right along the near touchline, and then an outlet looking for Kaya Frazier goes out of bounds as a throw in for Surf Academy once again. Surf Academy, California State Cup champions this in the region tournament. They didn't allow a single goal until the semifinal rounds. They allowed 2 against Arsenal FC in that 3-2 victory in the semifinals, and then won their Region 4 championship game against Heat FC 01RM 2-1 as the ball jumps out of play, and Surf will take a throw-in along that far sideline. And a quick touch foul called against Michigan, and so once again Surf will maintain possession. For Michigan, they had 3 clean sheets and as many attempts, blanking Dallas Kicks SC 4-0, and Kaya Frazier getting 2 of those 4 goals in that game. As mentioned, the game winner as ball goes into the hands of Michigan, defeating South Shore Select Elite 2-0, and Lillian Lucas that game. This ball still jumping around the middle of the field. Surf and Michigan both trying to just corral the ball a bit and maybe get a bit more comfortable. Still within that first 5-minute window mentioned before. Just getting acclimated with both sides. To the near side, looking for an outlet. Running up the near side, Layla McFarland. She tries to go for a goal, and that's picked up by Micaiah Lipsy. And he's to stop for the keeper, wearing the bright green shirt. On the other side, Elise Waterhouse, deep purple shirt to offset both kits on the field. Up the near side, Kaya Frazier. Ball dispossessed and comes out to the near side. Looking for a run up is Surf, and it'll go out of play for a throw-in. Taking the throw, Logan Wells bounces back out of play off of Surf, so it'll go for a throw-in back the other way for Michigan. Michigan has 10 national championships across multiple types of competition between they and Michigan Hawks and Wolves. In this tournament alone, 5 national championships for both Hawks and Wolves being the boys' club and Hawks being the girls. Ball turned over at midfield to Layla McFarland. McFarland trying to come up the near touchline, taken away from behind. It's Michigan once again. Have the team getting a firm control of the ball, and only 1 opportunity overall, and again that was Surf Academy just a couple minutes ago. So throw it along the near sideline. Once again it's Surf Academy. And play huddling around the touchlines. Close quarters for Michigan, coming to the near side. A drop-off pass for Samantha Sklarski. She'll take it back all the way to her defensive backs. And Madeline Carlson all the way back to Lipsy, and Lipsy will clear out into midfield. Turned over, Jade Badcock-Chi. And on that far side, here's a run coming off the far wing. Sophia Byer. Byer trying to cross into the inside. There's some room for Surf, and cleared away by Michigan once again. And Surf with 2 chances to get into the 18-yard box. Unfortunately coming up empty in both of those chances. Ball bouncing to the far side. Out to the defensive backs and turned over right at midfield. Kaya Frazier trying to lead her teammate Ashley Armstrong up, and that's knocked out by Elise Waterhouse. Turned over once again. Frazier tried and blocked away. So come back out toward midfield once again. Still looking for that outlet toward midfield. Frazier. A little spaced outside the 18, has to go back all the way to her left back all over again and reset for Michigan here at the 6-minute mark of this first half. And still only 2 chances, both coming for Surf. As Surf Academy is trying to center up the middle of the field, looking for Layla McFarland. And a whistle called against McFarland, presumably for a handball. So it'll be Madeline Carlson. She'll take the free kick just shy of the center circle out to the near side, looking for Izzy Verdugo. Here's Verdugo on this near side, contested by McFarland, out to the near corner. Bria Telemack racing in. Bria Telemack inside to the 18, and a rolling stop made by Elise Waterhouse. A bit of a weak strike from toward the top of the 18-yard box, but that's a first attempt overall. Give that to Samantha Sklarski for Michigan.
Inside to the
now back along the far sideline. Mia Fischel clearing up that far side. Layla McFarland's there, but Madeline Carlson's there first. Back out to Lipsy, and play coming out to the near side. Wide open, room for run. Madison Mercado. She'll lose it to Frazier, and play will bounce back to the Michigan Hawks. Along this near sideline, Frazier looking to first centering pass, threads through the defense, but Ashley Armstrong couldn't get a foot or a body on it before it rolls back to Elise Waterhouse once again. Elise Waterhouse, mentioned before, she's a center striker. She did have one goal in the Region 4 tournament that came in the 63rd minute in the 4-0 quarterfinal win against Beach FC Black. Up the middle, Telemac looking to the far side to Lucas, and Lillian Lucas couldn't get control of it before turned over to Surf Academy. Layla McFarland. Turn back over once again. Going back the other way, it's Frazier. Frazier toward the 18. Bounces off of a teammate and out of danger for the moment for Surf Academy. Into the 9th minute we go, and 3 chances overall combined for both clubs, and most of the play has come around midfield, just looking to keep possession and maybe slow things down. Looking for some kind of seam through, and Madison Mercado will help move the ball along to the far side. Jade Babcock-Lee still battling for the ball around midfield, almost loses it to Sklarski. And a whistle finally, and that goes against Babcock-Chi. That's Samantha Sklarski, maybe ailing just a touch from that play. She'll go inside to the 18-yard box, and a free kick upcoming. About 30 yards from goal. Kaya Frazier and Lillian Lucas both in the area. It'll be possibly Lucas taking this, as Kaya Frazier's going more toward the 18-yard box now. Everyone's setting up alongside the 18-yard box line. A 3-player wall for Surf Academy. Strike from Lucas, going toward goal, up top and over and in. That one sneaks in up just underneath the crossbar and off the set piece. It's 1-0 Michigan, thanks to Lillian Lucas. No, it went up and over, so initially thought it looked like from the celebration and from the vantage point initially thought it went up and over, but crept toward the back of the net, so still no score. And Michigan still threatening once again outside the 18. Sklarski looking for a left-footed strike, weakly hit over to Waterhouse. And taking another look at that strike. Lucas, a decent chance coming in, and it did just skate right over. And the illusion of the ball being at the back of the netting gave hope for Michigan. But instead still remains scoreless, but a very good strike from Lillian Lucas. Trying to add to goal number 5 of the tournament for Lucas. But Surf Academy has a chance on the near side. Mercado, she tries for goal. And a bounding ball stopped by Micaiah Lipsy here in the 11th minute. Out toward midfield. And once again, it's Mercado. Mercado touching to the near side, looking for McFarland. That's cut out by the right back. And trails all the way back in the Surf Academy end once again. On the near side, Telemac. Looking to the far corner to Frazier. Frazier looking to cut inside the 18, dispossessed. She'll try to cross it back in, and that goes out now for a throw-in just by the near corner flag. Frazier will take it. Now throw-in upcoming. Off to the near touchline. Verdugo crossing into the 18. Could be dangerous, coming back out to the top. Armstrong's there, she tries to her goal. And blocked in front by the defender, taken out by Brooke Wilson of Surf Academy out to the far side. Maybe trying to counter, but teams can't catch up to the traveling ball now. Long lead pass up the far wing, trying to lead a striker. And stuck on that far side. Ball out of play, it's a Surf Academy throw, and despite the minute or two of excitement, still no score. Up the far wing. And trying to lead Mia Fischel up there. Ball goes out of play. That goes off of Michigan. So Surf Academy looking for some kind of answer to that good strike from Lillian Lucas. And that's taken away and cleared out by Lucas. Up to Armstrong. Circling around that far side now is Victoria Nielsen. Looking up the far side wing. And ball whistled out of play. It's a throw-in along that far side. It'll be taken by Allison Childers. Childers had a goal in the Region 2 tournament, the game winner against North Shore United in that 5-1 victory. As it comes out to the center line, dropping back for the center and left backs. Logan Wells. Both teams getting a bit more comfortable and taking a few more chances with their advancements up the middle and across the field. Now to the near side, McFarland with some room to run. Layla McFarland slows down just a bit and tried to cross it inside, force it through the defense, and nothing doing there. Michigan back the other way, again with room to run. This time it's Maddie Carlson. She was looking for Bria Telemack, and now back in the possession of Michigan, going toward the 18-yard box and cleared away by Sawyer Simo. Out to the far side. Players trip up, and it'll be a throw-in now for Surf Academy. Mentioned that Surf Academy didn't allow a goal until the semifinals against Arsenal FC in the Region 4 tournament. And in that game, they were down 2-0, starting in the 26th minute, and came back to score the final goal of that overall victory in the 80th minute. And that was the only game they trailed until the loss to Michigan Hawks in this tournament just a couple weeks later. Centered around midfield, Surf Academy trying to control it and develop some kind of attack coming on the near side. It's dropped back to Amber McCorkle. Waving on teammates. Logan Wells almost loses it, but as it goes off of Michigan. Player in question, Lillian Lucas. It's a throw-in. Up the near wing and back into Surf Academy end. And if one of these teams can really stretch the field, Michigan has done that a couple of times. Just stretching it to the near corner and trying to center into the 18-yard box. A good long-timed run could really help things up, and as well as opening up space in the field. As that lead pass looking for Mia Fischel. That's cut out by Michigan once again. Play along the far sideline goes off of Brooke Wilson. Had a play. Wilson had a goal in the 3 games of preliminary round play. The 46th minute against Dallas Kicks SC in that victory. Looking for a lead up the far side. And that'll go out for a goal kick here in the 16th minute overall. And again, as a reminder, this presentation of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are brought to you in part by Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer, and by Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. And don't forget, you can order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to turbosportsgroup.com. Micaiah Lipsy to take this goal kick out from her own 6-yard box out toward midfield. As the ball rolls out of play, the first substitutions will be coming on here. And waiting to come on now for her first minutes, Sheila Kaiser. Kaiser, 1 goal in 3 tournament games, part of that South Shore Select Elite victory in the 75th minute. She'll take the place of Layla McFarland, who hasn't had a goal since the semifinal round against Arsenal FC in the Region 4 tournament. And still along the far side, Michigan will take the throw-in. Play slowly developing for either side and coming in bits and spurts. Once they can find a lane going up a wing, pass to the defensive backs. Out to the middle, Jade Babcock-Chi. Tripped up a little bit on the play, but moves it out to the far wing once again. And Surf Academy trying to advance it. Looking up for Mia Fischel. And bounce back out once again. Surf Academy trying to keep it alive. Fischel does so. To the far corner. Looking for a cross inside to the 18. Here's some danger. Madison Mercado heading toward goal. And bounce back out. Mercado has to give chase. Going against Telemac. Telemac able to keep that ball in, as does Logan Wells of Surf Academy. Now Wells along the near sideline right in front of the Michigan bench. Trying to cut back in and find a lane. She knocks the ball right off of her teammate Mercado. And they can't keep it in play. It's a throw-in now for Michigan. Unfortunate, but very good patience by Logan Wells on that last play. And Michigan looking to advance it. Cut out by Surf Academy once again goes to Sheila Kaiser. To the middle to Amber McCorkle. Out to the far side, led by Jade Babcock-Lee. And they'll run it around the horn to the far side. Looking up for a run, and now giving chases Michigan once again. And Erin McDonald. And she'll knock it out of play. It's a throw-in now for Surf Academy. Very deep in the Michigan zone. This could be a good time to develop a lane toward the 18, maybe coming around the top of the 18. But the throw-in taken by Surf. And bounces back in just inside the 18. Clear back out, so Surf Academy will have to reset once again and try to move the ball around and maybe open up space. There's a lot of space on the near half of the field. If they can find a runner toward that area and get a lead pass out there, just maybe they'll have a thread to go through. But Michigan looking to battle back to midfield. A long launch and kept at the center line. Now coming out to the near side. Here's some space to work. Looking up for a lead pass for Mia Fischel. And Fischel right there, trying to drop it off. And she's tripped up by the defense. And instead goes out to the far side once again. Picked up by Wilson. Inside to the 18. And Micaiah Lipsy is there to take away the danger once again along that far side. In the 20th minute, still no score. And both Michigan and Surf Academy have had a couple of decent chances toward goal. I think the best chance for either side was Lillian Lucas on that foul about 30 yards out. Just skated over the crossbar and fooled a number of people along this side. Now looking to center it in front. I was trying to find Haley Hartwig, and taken away once again McCorkle on that far side. From the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, Maryland, at field number 3 of this U13 Girls National Championship game between Michigan Hawks 01 and Surf Academy 1. Colin Shuck with you, streaming through Turbo Sports Group. As Bria Telemac has to cut back and looking to set up the triangle around midfield. Through ball through Sheila Kaiser, and Kaiser trying to cut it back in. Taken away by Telemac again. And Telemac will drop it back for a give and go off of Verdugo. Now out to the near side. It's Wells. Wells in a comfortable position trying to get by it through footwork. And she trips up Haley Hartwig. And that foul is called against Surf. Just tripping up Haley Hartwig on that play. And so now once again Lillian Lucas will have another chance to cross it into the 18. I think at this point she won't be able to get it on goal, but at least make a chance for a running head. Is also coming in Kaya Frazier. He took a seat for a brief moment, and perfect time for Frazier to come in and help out on this set piece. Allison Childers, the one taking the seat. So now Lucas in the shadows of the trees right between fields 3 and 4. As both teams set up inside the 18. The cross in coming from Lucas. It's a nice chip toward the 18. Coming out for it is Waterhouse. It's batted out to the top of the 18. Aaron McDonald. And brought all the way back to Izzy Verdugo. Verdugo has to help reset. A couple of Surf players go down after a collision around midfield. Near side, Lucas. Lucas, lead pass for Hartwig. Hartwig could get it in here. Hartwig, she has to cut back at the 18. Hartwig still at the edge of the 18, crossing inside. There's some open room there. And a chance at the top of the 18 to the left side. Goes wide, and Kaya Frazier was right there with the opportunity, but just couldn't put it toward goal, and so we remain scoreless once again, heading to the 22-minute mark. A wonderful cutback by Hartwig overall. Inside, found some room, and fortunate for Frazier, just maybe knocked it off the outside of her left foot instead. As the ball's on the far side. And that runs out of play. Michigan Hawks ball on that far wing. Michigan Hawks defeated Cincinnati United Premier Gold 2000-2001 4-0 in the Region 2 title game to advance to this competition. 3 of the 4 goals allowed in that tournament were in round robin play alone. Once they got to the semifinals and finals, they really shut things down and put a lot of pressure on their opponents, as they have in this tournament as well, not conceding a single goal through 3 games. Into the 4th game, and possibly the most important one, vying for that U13 Girls National Championship. Right around midfield, tussle for the ball. Mia Fischel picks it up the middle by McCorkle. Trying to race into the 18, out to the near side, headed away by Michigan, but still not out just yet. Fischel, outside, tries to trap the ball and cleared away out to the near sideline, and a race to the ball on the near wing. Hartwig is there, as is Wells. Wells will get that outlet pass and rocketed up the near sideline. And again, it's those runs that have really worked for both squads. Otherwise, play sticking around midfield as player going down, Surf Academy's Amber McCorkle. So it's a free kick, and the offensive half for Surf Academy, quickly taken by Madison Mercado. To the far side, to Wilson. Wilson looking across to the 18, blocked in front. And out on that far wing, again, Lucas. Ball goes out of bounds, last off of Surf Academy. So another throw on that far side. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this first half of play. And considering how their last game transpired, only a goal in the second half was the difference. It's going to be another close game in the second straight game against familiar foes. Out to the far side, Sam Sklarski looking for a corner flag, and that's a whistle called against Surf Academy, and they're being drawn out. Take another look at that, and Sklarski racing toward the corner flag, and oh, it's a poor tackle by Brooke Wilson. She's trying to get toward ball, and unfortunately finds nothing but the cleats. So from a little bit shorter distance than the last time, once again, Lil Lucas will come up to take the strike. Last time she shielded it just over the crossbar. Can she make better of it this time? Players just outside the 18. Also set up back there is Olivia Kogo, you see in the left part of your screen. Still waiting for the whistle. 2-player wall at the edge of the 18-yard box. 3-player wall. Now Lucas, across in, toward goal to the top shelf, and that's knocked away by Elise Waterhouse. Strong play by the keeper. Just to punch that ball out, and if it's anywhere questionable, keeper's first chance is just batted up and over the crossbar as it goes out for a corner. First corner of the game for either side, and it comes toward the later stages of this first half of play. And once again, it'll be Lillian Lucas. 5 goals overall between region play and this tournament. Now Lucas, the cross inside to the box. Going toward the far post toward goal, and comes back out to Lucas. And now go out for trying to see what it is. It'll be goal kick what initially looked like. This is the first chance from Lucas before the corner kick. And what strong play from Waterhouse. Versatile player in goal. As Lucas once again tries to take back possession, and Surf Academy just trying to get out of their own half of the field. Now here's a chance to move up. The official out to the far wing, giving chase for Babcock Chi. Babcock Chi to the far side. Looking for Wilson. Across toward the 18-yard box. Right in the area was Amber McCorkle, and that's cut out by the defense again. And the Hawks defense have looked very strong in this first 27 minutes. Back up the other way, looking for a lead pass up the far wing. And it'll travel back to the keeper, Waterhouse. And things will reset once again for Surf Academy. Into the 28th minute, no score just yet. But a lot of play around midfield. Up that far side, it's Fischel for Surf. Fischel with some time, a player coming behind her, looking for the outlet. Aaron McDonald calmly steps in and plays it off to Lucas. And so Lucas instead will look to move upfield and lead some of her strikers up. The ideas have been decent for both sides, trying to create space and to lead their forwards past the defense, but execution of passes have been another story. Bria Telemac tried to bring it up as well. Back to Telemac on the near side. And she lays it back to Verdugo. A touch and go up the near side. Leading up for Armstrong. Also Hartwig. Armstrong's there. Ashley Armstrong crossing into the top of the 18. Comes back out for Lucas. And after a quick dispossession by Surf Academy, Michigan looks to thread it deeper into the Surf zone. Ball comes out to midfield. Turn back over, and Lillian Lucas has been part of plays on both the offensive and defensive ends. As Armstrong trying to win that back for Michigan. Eventually goes to Telemac. Good takeaway from Sheila Kaiser. Drops it back off for Mercado. And Mercado now looking to switch fields up to the far side. And around the horn we go once again. To that far wing. Simo. Simo up the far side looking for maybe Brooke Wilson or Mia Fischel. And it's turned back over once again. And cut in and one back by Michigan. Just over 5 minutes until extra time in this first half. Still scoreless. Contact out on the far side. And a quick throw in now for Michigan attempted, but instead head referee says no, it's going to be a throw in for Surf Academy. So everyone will shift and move back toward the other side. And yeah, just off the instep of Haley Hartwig. Smart call by the head official and the assistant referee along that far sideline. So play to be taken by Surf. And still along that far side. There's some space on the near side, but they need to keep possession first before they can advance off of the referee in the middle of the field, and that's just unfortunate. Not what Ashley Armstrong wanted. But back the other way, Surf Academy trying, again, desperately to advance up that far side. They like playing on that far side and have a number of times. But it doesn't seem like they can really get momentum going that often. As it'll be a free kick in the attacking half for Michigan, and that's for a touch of a handball, and there's going to be a talking to by the referee now. Out on that far side. Just explaining what you can and cannot do on that play. No cards given, but Kaya Frazier, she'll take this free kick instead now. As the shadows are creeping on to field number 3, and play reversed back once again, and it's going to be a clearance now for Surf Academy. At the 31-minute mark, and play is progressing, and though the chances have been slim, there's been a slight window for both sides. one or two chances aside that have really proven difficult and good chances to get goalward. On the near side, Izzy Verdugo trying to cross it inside for Telemac. And that's taken away once again. Back to the Hawks. Contact on the near side. As Surf Academy takes back possession on the near wing. Looking for a run-up, leading Mia Fischel. Fischel, if she can get there. Madeline Carlson's there, and we'll dish it back to Lipsy. That'll go out of play on the near side for Surf Academy. And a good idea along that near side once again, just to lead the strikers, get deep into the zone, and see if they can maneuver around to the 18 to set up a scoring chance. It'll be Logan Wells taking this. Wells listed in Region 4 tournament play, as well as the 3 games previous in this tournament. Nice throwing down the near sideline. Sheila Kaiser, she'll let that ball go out of play. Another throw-in upcoming for Surf. There's Kaiser with the throw. Back to Kaiser. At the corner flag, crossing into the 18. Surf has a player in the area, and he'll have to race back out. Set up by Simo. Simo to the 18, headed toward goal to the near side. And that was a head by Mia Fischel. Tried desperately to get it toward goal or to one of the players streaking in, and unfortunately, that'll go out for a goal kick instead. But it's creating those kinds of chances, and eventually, as we get into the second half and toward the end of the first half, they'll start to add up as defenses get tired and the heat starts to get to both sides. Not many substitutions thus far over the course of this game. Waiting to come in for Surf is Ari Claiborne, also known as Ariana Claiborne. Out to the far side, Michigan advancing to midfield. Sklarski, the long outlet pass up for Kogo. That's bounced back out once again. Mercado's there to take it out to try to feed it back to Sawyer Simo once again. Again, just a couple of minutes from extra time. And there isn't a sense of urgency just yet. We'll see more of that in the second half. Up the near side. Sheila Kaiser, nice cut back in toward the middle. Cut back outside, beating by Ashley Armstrong. Feed looking for Mia Fischel. And taken back out by Michigan. Telemac to the near side for Verdugo. Cut out nicely by Mercado. And Mercado will try to go around the horn with her teammates. Up the middle to McCorkle. McCorkle turns. She thinks about the feed. McCorkle to the near side instead. To Kaiser. And Kaiser's cut out by Verdugo. Kaiser wins it back, looking to the 18-yard box. And once again, Micaiah Lipsy right there. She's had a strong read inside goal over the course of this game, and that continues off of that play. Slow but methodical development for Surf at the later stages of the first half. Taken away by Michigan. Out to the near side, toward Lucas. Poked away and back to the defensive line again, Ashley Armstrong. Up the middle, there's no one there for Michigan, and it seems like the Hawks are just mainly staying back in their own half of the field until they can fully move everything up. And a miscommunication from Lillian Lucas allows Surf to take the ball back and go to the far side to Simo. Again, in the final minute of the first, out to the far side, crossing into the 18 and taken away and out of the danger zone by Michigan. And now lead pass up the near side. This could be a chance to get there, but just a little too far out of the reach of the striker, and instead the ball will be turned over. And that'll do it for the first half of play. No score between Michigan Hawks 01 and Surf Academy 1, but a couple of decent chances. Lillian Lucas almost had one off a set piece. And unfortunately, as play slowly developed for both sides, only a couple chances either way. And so we go into the halftime break with zeros on the scoreline overall between these two clubs. Contending for the U13 Girls National Championship here from field number 3. And again, no score at halftime. You're watching coverage of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard. We'll be back from the Maryland SoccerPlex with more, including first half highlights, right after this. This presentation of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are presented in part to you by the National Guard, the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and presenting sponsor of the National Championships. By Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. And don't forget, you can order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to turbosportsgroup.com. By Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Liberty Mutual Insurance, an official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Skills, the official player performance training sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. By the NSCAA, a proud partner of U.S. Youth Soccer. And by Major League Soccer. U.S. Youth Soccer is the official grassroots partner of the MLS. getting you ready for the second half of action here from field number 3 at the U13 Girls National Championship between Michigan Hawks 01 and Surf Academy 1. It's tied 0-0, but a couple lights to go through, and both of them in favor of Michigan Hawks. The first chance was almost thought to be a goal by Lillian Lucas. Just skates over the top part of the crossbar, just by inches. And off the back of the net, it fooled a number of players. Instead, it kept the scoreline at 0-0 in that 10th minute. And then the second play, another strike coming from Lillian Lucas, but a wonderful save from Elise Waterhouse, just pounding the ball up and over the crossbar to cut out that chance trailing in. And unfortunately, most of the play was just around midfield, not too much developing. A couple of decent chances for either side, but still, again, just those two really good chances by Michigan were the most threatening in the first half as we set up for the second half. There will be a keeper change for Surf Academy. McKenna Carmichael will come in, and she was the initial listed goaltender for this team, but they do rotate Elise Waterhouse as well as McKenna Carmichael over the course of their games. Waterhouse playing the first half in goal, and McKenna Carmichael playing the second half. And look to figure on the other side, Micaiah Lipsy will go back in goal once again. No rotation for Michigan. Might as well keep to the form that they've had. And with McKenna Carmichael going into net, that means that Elise Waterhouse will come out, and she'll most likely play center forward for the second half. Again, that one goal against Beach FC Black in that 4-0 victory in the quarterfinals of Region 4 play. As McKenna Carmichael trots in for her first minutes in goal, Elise Waterhouse will be wearing number 14. She's starting on the bench right now, so she'll possibly come in and sub. Another 35 minutes going on to the clock here as we get into the movement towards 70 minutes. And as a reminder, if this game does not have a winner at the end of a full 70 minutes, we'll have two 10-minute extra time periods. And again, if no winner is decided there, this championship will be decided by penalty kicks. Surf Academy now going from left to right, starting off for the second half in their dark blue shirts and white shorts, and Michigan Hawks going from right to left in their light blue shirts with white shorts. A little bit of confusion with setting up, and on the far side, Bria Telemack. Telemack racing into the 18. Telemack still trying to get there. She still has a chance, and she just muscles Jay Badcock-Chi off the ball, so it'll be a free kick for Surf Academy deep in their own end. But you've got to like the strong play coming from Bria Telemack overall. She loves to ride up that far wing on the right side. And that time maybe just trying to do a little too much, as McKenna Carmichael will step up. Her official number listing is number 21, but you see no number on the back of the jersey, so they can rotate between her and Elise Waterhouse in net. As the ball comes out to the near side, Surf Academy looking for that first golden opportunity, taken out of bounds by Ashley Armstrong for a throw-in on the near side. And a lofting throw-in, trying to lead. Ari Claiborne still on that near side, and there's Lillian Lucas playing the ball back to McCorkle. And another rotation around, trying to find space along the far side for Michigan. Now lead pass up the middle. Bouncing off of Haley Hartwig out to the near side. Picked up by Armstrong, centering in front for Lucas. Touched away by McCorkle for a moment. Turned back over to Surf. Fischel trying to feed up the middle, and just a touch a bit too far, and looks like Michigan got a foot on it before it came out to the near side, and now ball's out of play. It'll be Surf Academy throwing on this side. Surf Academy, one of the members of the U.S. Soccer Federation Development Academy. Again, 7 total national championships through various competitions, 4 overall in this one. The last for Surf Academy was back in 2009. The U13 girls won the Christine Kelly Cup in that season. And it's all girls for Surf Academy that have won the 4 championships. But Michigan trying to add number 11 to their patch. They have 10 stars across the top of their patch, as Ashley Armstrong on the near side trying to cut to the 18. That goes off of Armstrong for a goal kick. And Sawyer Simo smartly let that ball go. 10 gold stars across the top of the Michigan Hawks-Wolves crest. And in this tournament, 3 girls teams have won the national title. The last girls team to win was 2004. It was won by the U13 squad. And also, they won the U18 title in 2001. But a bit of history for Michigan for the Hawks side. In 1991, the U17 Michigan Hawks team won the first ever Laura Monahan Cup, awarded in this tournament. And on the other side, 2007 is the most recent for any club from the parent. And that was the U15 Michigan Wolves boys side. As the play goes out on the far side, and Surf Academy will retain possession in the 39th minute. And again, no scoreline thus far. Play going all the way back to Micaiah Lipsy. Cleared out on that far side. Touched up by Sam Sklarski. And play going back and forth once again, as it has for most of this game, around midfield. Now possible opening for Surf, trying to cut inside. That's knocked out of play. That'll go for a corner for Surf Academy, and that's their first corner overall of this game. They didn't have a single corner in the first half, and just the second for both sides combined. Just into the 40th minute. Maddie Mercado will take this on the far corner flag. The rest of the team setting up inside the 18. The cross inside, toward goal, a header to the far side, and unlucky play, but a heads-up move, no pun intended, to come to the near post and redirect toward the far post. Solid heading chance, and just a bit too wide of net. So instead, Micaiah Lipsy will clear the ball out to midfield. Haley Hartwig out to the far side, getting lead for Sklarski. Still along that far wing, it's Kaya Frazier. Frazier loses the ball for a moment, won by Surf Academy. And then coming out toward the near side, McCorkle with some room around midfield, has a runner to the near side, instead goes far side. And that's cut out by the defense once again. Madeline Carlson on the dispossession. And there's McCorkle once again. Not sure what she wanted to do with the ball. Instead drops back to her defense and tries to volley it forward. Turn back over to Olivia Kogo, who sends it up the near side. Hartwig now trying to muscle through a defender. Armstrong off to Telemac. Telemac looking for a way in. Once again, it's Hartwig. Hartwig to the 18. She tries for goal. And takes 2 bounces and picked up by McKenna Carmichael, shuffling off to her left side. Volleyed back into Carmichael once again, and so she'll have to try once again from the punt at the edge of her 18-yard box. Going with a left-footed strike. And this one going a bit further. As Surf Academy takes possession, the header by Fischel to the far side, looking for Brooke Wilson. And once again, the two teams tussling around midfield. Coming out with it is Maddie Mercado. Up the far side, trying to lead Mia Fischel. Fischel along the far side to the corner flag. And that's knocked down for a goal kick. And might have last gone off of Michigan, and that's what Fischel is trying to say on the far side. Instead, referee favors the team from Michigan on that decision. As substitutes will come in, Surf Academy will send in their former goalkeeper. As one of the big factors of this game is just the sun coming over the field. It's dropping right over from our position on the near side to the far side. You can even see just umbrellas. It's also hot too. Umbrellas, sunglasses, and trying to shield the ball. And play on that far side to get crossed in have to be difficult for the waiting players if they're on the near side. But it's a factor that both teams have to play with. And now on the near side, trying to give way for Layla McFarland. Up the middle, here comes Waterhouse. Waterhouse still in the 18, where McFarland was closing in as the ball's bounced out of bounds by Michigan. Out for a throw. Aaron McDonald on the clearance. And Izzy Verdugo now on the near side. She'll take the throw-in. And a substitution for Michigan in the meantime. Allison Childers will come in, allowing Lillian Lucas to take a breath. Childers started the first half of play on the field. Fourth tournament game, cast off the score sheet. And the throw into the near side, right in the shade. And Michigan trying to come up the near side. And bounced off just shy of midfield, and Michigan once again will move their arms up. 44th minute of play here in the second half. And it's still scoreless. That ball just not able to cross the goal line completely. As Olivia Kogo takes a throw-in along the near side. Childers, she drops back. And McDonald advances back to the near side once again. From Kogo, taken away, up the middle. Here comes Waterhouse at the 18. Waterhouse still alive. Waterhouse for goal, and that's going to be called a foul against Waterhouse for the collision with her and Micaiah Lipsy. Lipsy had a hand on it first. The ball just squeaked down, and Elise Waterhouse, she really wanted both that shot and that foul back. But she's dangerous up as the center forward, as Michigan trying to push up the middle out to the near side, and that's kicked out of bounds by Bria Telemack. Another look at that lead run, and a great ball from Mia Fischel, finding the seam right through the center backs. And there's the contact that knocks the ball out. It wasn't really on purpose, but the challenge either way knocks the ball out after keeper had a hand on it. That virtually freezes the ball. And so play is turned over. On the near side, though, Layla McFarland for Surf. Dropping it off for Official. Official beats the defender to the corner. McDonald tries to come in. Centering pass in front. Comes back out to Fischel. Fischel again. She has a drop off. Taken away by McDonald and comes out to the near side. And that ball just skates out of play. And it'll be a throw-in just over 10 minutes into the second half of play. And again, scoreline remains at 0. Sawyer Simo. And headed all around, comes back out to Simo. Simo looking for a draft back, finds Babcock Chi. Now around the horn they go, led up by Wells to the far side. There's Waterhouse. Looking for a lead up that far side. It's actually Brooke Wilson. And ball knocked out by Allison Childers, and that'll stop the advance for the moment, throwing for Surf Academy. Surf Academy, founded in 1980 as San Dieguito Surf Soccer Club. It's the first competitive club in the city of San Diego. And a lot of history overall for surfing. They take a substitution on the near side. It's Sophia Beyer coming back in. And a throw in along the far touchline for Michigan. Kaya Frazier plays it off to a teammate for a lead pass up the far side to Hartwig. Hartwig trying to turn, trying to keep it in play and bounce it off the Surf player. And that one just goes off of Hartwig instead. It'll be throwing for Surf Academy on that far side. 6 players for Surf Academy coming in with 1 goal each. Quite the distribution. Well, on the other side, Lillian Lucas has a team leading 4 goals. But Elise Waterhouse also a threat for Surf Academy, despite the fact that she hasn't recorded a goal yet this tournament. Trying to find the ball up the middle. A bad touch, now goes to Telemack. Telemack cuts back. Chance for Michigan. Telemack tries to cut back once again. She's able to keep it in the area, but it's lapped off of her foot. So it'll be the Surf Academy throw-in instead, but good play from Telemack to try to keep that alive, as once again checking in Lillian Lucas. And that throw-in will be taken by Sawyer Simo. And so Lillian Lucas will come in for Kaya Frazier. Lucas with those couple chances in the first half to try to put Michigan on the scoreline first. And Surf was having nothing of it. Now in the second, plays the ball to the near side to Slartsky. Drop back to Kogo. Kogo almost tripped up, trying to cut back on the near touchline, does so. Gets by the defender. Hartwig towards center to Lucas. Armstrong's also in the area, but Lucas cuts back and drops it off for Childers. And out to the far side we go once again. Crossing by Verdugo, knocked back out by Surf, and played out by Brooke Wilson out to the far side. There's Waterhouse. Drop back to Byer. Waterhouse trying to high kick it back, and she falls to the turf trying to maybe draw a foul. Instead, Michigan takes back possession. Toward the near side, looking to turn and go with Slarski. Slarski finds Hartwig on the near side. It's a foot race out to the sideline, and that'll be a throw-in for Michigan. Hartwig will take it very quickly. Still trying to find that first goal. To Lucas. Across field with some room, trying to lead Armstrong, and maybe a little bit too far for Ashley Armstrong. Instead, she has to go to the far corner, and that's going to be a throw-in. Still for Michigan, though, so they're still in the danger area, and they're attacking third. Just aren't putting volleys toward goal. Now Izzy Verdugo will take the throw-in on that far side. Plays it to Armstrong. Close to the 18, dropping back out again. To Lucas. To Childers. And that's knocked out. And well up the field. Beckons from Seth Tremblay, yelling to push the ball and the players up again. Get back to midfield. A jab from Brooke Wilson and around midfield, unsuccessful. And Michigan still in their attacking half, trying to thread a seam and find an opening. They've been starting to knife through the defense of Surf ever so slightly. This could be the point they're starting to figure things out and try to work up the middle and get a decent chance inside the 18-yard box again. Mia Fischel out to the far side, turned over. And once again up the far wing goes Bria Telemack. Telemack trying to cut around and work off the defense. She finds some room as the ball comes out. And Allison Childers trying to recover, gets there first. And Kogo inside to Lucas. Lucas in the middle, turning his Armstrong. A run out by Telemack, lets it go through her legs, but she's able to recover. Play slowing down for Michigan, but methodical. They're keeping possession and they're keeping the attacking threat. Lucas turning around, past Mercado. Lucas trying to get to the 18 and cut out and back out to the same area. As a Surf player just trying to fix her left boot. I believe that was Fischel. As again, Telemack drops it back out. Verdugo plays it in. And still around midfield, getting closer to the attacking zone, Armstrong. Armstrong toward the 18-yard box and cut out by the center defense once again, back to Kogo. Kogo for Michigan. Stab at it, unsuccessful. Kogo still launching toward the 18 and a shot, and a bouncer goes off of Carmichael. Not a very hard strike, but put it toward goal nevertheless. And Carmichael just couldn't grab it on the first chance, but kept it right in front of her, waiting to come on. Monique Landrum for Surf Academy. Landrum, the defender, did score a goal in one of the preliminary rounds. As Lucas feeds it up to Armstrong for Michigan again. This could be dangerous. Armstrong, Ashley Armstrong, trying to feed it up in the middle. A chance for Michigan up toward goal and bounce back out again. Knocked away by Surf in that defensive backcourt for Surf Academy, just shutting down Michigan's advances. As we have a substitution, we'll take this time to remind you that this presentation of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships brought to you in part by the National Guard, the official Armed Forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and presenting sponsor of the National Championships, by Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer, and by Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. Michigan Hawks in their attacking third. Armstrong trying to center for Lucas, and Lucas trying to turn around and cut out. Brought back by Allison Childers out to the far side. Verdugo to Lucas again, and that's cut out. Lucas trying to cross in toward the 18 and made it interesting for McKenna Carmichael, but an easy save for the keeper. And Michigan are getting their chances in the second half, despite the fact that they're still from long range. They're continuing to put shots toward goal and keep Surf Academy back around their 18-yard box. Along the far side, once again, it's Michigan. Trying to look for a way in, almost tripped up. Still cutting in, and that's out of play. Will be a corner kick for Michigan, their first of the second half and second overall in this game. And once again, Lillian Lucas, the free kick taker, will have this one on the far corner flag. 54th minute of play. We still have not had a score. Lucas almost had one in the first half on the other side of the field, but just skated it right over the crossbar. Now here's a chance to cross it in. Lucas, the volley in to the top of the 18, header to the near side comes out, and Surf giving chase. Telemac gets there first. Bring it Telemac with some speed and some muscle to the inside to Armstrong. Turn and go by Carlson. Far side to Lucas. Lillian Lucas to the far corner flag, trying to cut back and cross it to the 18. But patient play by Michigan, though. Here's across to the 18-yard box. To the near side, Kogo is there and cut out once again, this time by Brooke Wilson. Hartwig tries. Blocked in front by three different players of Surf. Coming back out, a long volley toward goal, goes wide right. And Sawyer Simo, she tried her own chance but couldn't find it. Out toward midfield, and once again Michigan keeping possession, but a costly foul at midfield allows Surf to come back up. Now on the near side, Brooke Wilson. And Wilson's beat out by Ashley Armstrong, who's seen some touches on the offensive side as well. And Kogo trying to turn. And a nice tackle made by Surf on the near side. And Brooke Wilson on the tackle. Knocks the ball out of the play, though. Turn back over, but start to get the ball back in their half of the field. And Fischel trying to clear it up. Looking toward Mercado. Mercado a header to the other side. A bit of misconnection, but still getting it as Kaiser. And Kaiser beat out by Madeline Carlson again. And Bria Telemac knocks it out of bounds off of a Surf player, so we go for another throw-in on that far sideline. Now Surf trying to get to the 18-yard box. A chance for a goal! Right to Micaiah Lipsy. She takes a few shuffles off to her left side and makes the save with not much trouble. But those are the kinds of chances that Surf Academy need to start taking. Michigan has started thinking in that realm, and now it's their turn to do so. Maybe feeling some momentum and getting more play in their offensive half will help things out. This ball comes to the near side, played to Simo. Simo tries to cross in and lead in. Can't find a teammate, and Childers will clear out to the far side. In the 57th minute of play, the number you're looking for on the scoreboard is 70. That'll be where we'll stop play if there is any added time. And an even score line will mean 2 10-minute periods of extra time to try to decide this before penalty kicks. But advance on the near side with some speed coming up as Sawyer Simo. Simo taken down from behind by Kogo. That'll be an easy free kick awarded. And now Kogo's going to be brought out. And Simo shaken up on the play. And that's going to be A yellow card given to Kogo here in the 58th minute of play. Look at that run, and Simo had the opportunity. As Olivia Kogo just picking her foot out a little bit lazily to try to make the challenge, but it sets up a set piece for Surf Academy. Logan Wells will take it on the near side. A three-player wall for Hawks. Setting up just within the shade, and again, we talked about the sun right in the player's eyes. You can see a bit of squinting from Lucas as well as Telemac. I'll send Telemac back in, and so now it's a two-player wall. Logan Wells. Could this be the first chance for a goal in this game? Just arranging things up and setting up. Crossing by Wells to the far corner, looking for a head toward the goal area to the near side. No one was in the area, but it was a smart idea and good movement to try to find their own players. Wells will let that go out of bounds. Another throw-in taken by Sawyer Simo, the one fouled on the yellow card in the 58th minute. Off to the near side. Wilson trying to head it toward Thomas. I'll scratch that. The official. And out for a throw-in. Taken once again by Simo. Closer to the corner flag this time. Surf fans getting animated. And Wilson taken down along the near touchline by, again, Olivia Kogo. That's knocked out of play off of Surf. And launched up the field by Michigan just to clear the area and try to pull everyone back up again. Launch to the 18, in toward goal, a chance! And that one just missed left. Brooke Wilson on the volley, trying to catch the instep that time, and just maybe a bit too much power and not enough accuracy. But the plays are starting to open up now for Surf Academy. Getting more content and setting up in their attacking half of the field. Now a ball sent all the way to the near corner. Kogo will let that go out for a throw. Still pinned deep in their own zone are Michigan. Team founded in 1974 with 4 clubs through the Livonia family YMCA up in Livonia, Michigan, about 20 miles west of Detroit. As the ball jumps out of bounds, throw in for Surf again. And again on the near side, it's Simo. Header by Wilson, up the near sideline. Monique Landrum. First time calling her name, and Landrum takes her time. She slips up on the play, unfortunate. And the ball is turned back over to Michigan once again. Good idea to go to the corner flag and try to cut back with no room along that side. And Michigan looking to counter. Hartwig, and she's met by Victoria Nielsen. Now Armstrong. Launching up to the far side. Telemac now takes away from Michigan. Has a bit of speed. Telemac still with the ball to the edge of the 18. Telemac tries to cut back and clear it out by Surf. Once again, Wilson now giving chase for Surf Academy. And a tackle by Wilson knocks the ball out of bounds. Strong tackle, though, but turns the ball over to Michigan. We'll have a substitution here. And take this time to remind you that the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are brought to you in part by Skills, the official player performance training sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer, as well as Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer. 62nd minute of play, creeping toward the 62-minute mark. Reading 61-52, and Bria Telemac will come off. Strong physical play up front. Kogo now, trying to throw it into the middle. And she had Lillian Lucas. Hartwig now, trying to center it. Sklarski, that's taken away and cleared up, but not completely out just yet. Feet to the near side. Touched by Michigan. And once again, Brooke Wilson stops the advancement play on for Surf Academy along the near sideline. The throw in by Simo. The official, she tried to advance it and knocked the ball out of play off of Michigan. And once again, Surf Academy content with slowly moving up the right flank. Now they looked across field to the other side by Babcock Chi. Touchdown by McCorkle out to the far corner. Mercado to the 18, and she was met by two defenders. Now thrown in with a goal kick. Here's that chance before by Brooke Wilson. Just a bit skyward. Maybe get toward the top of the ball, knock it down off a bounce, and try to fool Micaiah Lipsy. And instead, the scoreline remains at 0. 64th minute of play. Up the far side, though, Surf Academy have had more chances in the second half overall. And Bria Telemac is going to step back in. She may have just needed a few words with Michelle Krasiznik. And it will be Telemac coming onto the field again. Just a quick substitution for Michigan. Telemac moves up front again. She's been so dangerous up there. No reason not to keep her in the area. Coming off Ashley Armstrong. But the throw-in coming in for Surf along the far side. And turned over once again. Telemac was wide open on the near side, but looking to the far side instead toward Lucas. Right into traffic. And Lucas now trying to spread it out. 50-50 ball upcoming, and Wilson just not able to get there. Fed up toward the middle, and Telemac, she steps up, and a bit of contact around midfield, but taken back by Jade Babcock-Chi. And a bit of limping from Victoria Nielsen. Especially as a center back, too. That's not good if you're trying to keep the seam. Now back the other way up to the far corner. Surf Academy with a chance to get it in, and that's going to go for a corner now for Surf. Their second of the half. And the official once again. Up to the far corner now. Here comes the cross in. Into the 18 on the short side. Bounce back out. And trying to push up a long strike from back toward the back post, and Brooke Wilson was there. Cut away by the defense and out for a throw-in on the near side for Surf Academy. But strong place overall by Surf. Here comes Wilson with the throw-in. See the tape like war stripes across her cheeks. As Michigan will play it out, look to move the troops back up, moving quite slowly, though, still in the defensive mindset. And Surf breathing down the necks of Hawks. Heading to the 66-minute mark, goes out of play. Still remains scoreless, and if this remains tied, we'll go to two 10-minute extra time periods, and still tied after those 20 minutes, we will go to penalty kicks to decide this championship. On the near side, Surf trying to keep it in, and touched out of play by Amber McCorkle throwing. Again, last time these two teams played, it was Lillian Lucas, almost called her goal in the first half. She scored in the second half, just 2 minutes into it on Thursday. Here's that volley from the far side. Wilson was just waiting, and that had crept through. She knew she would have it. As coming back once again is Waterhouse. Crossing inside to the 18, to the far side. Here's Mercado with an opening, and Mercado's knocked off the ball. She goes down, and there's going to be a free kick just outside of the 18, mere inches from the 18-yard box. Mercado had an opportunity to come right and get a scoring chance, and really just tossed off the ball. Here's the look again, and not even a play on the ball from Izzy Verdugo. Lucky this card was awarded for a reckless challenge on the player, not the ball. Now a 4-player wall. Bouncing back, moving to a 5-player wall for Michigan. That's Brooke Wilson. Again with the paint stripes. Wilson will take this. Mercado's also in the area, but it's going to be Wilson preparing. The line jumping. 68th minute, no score just yet. Surf Academy with a chance to take the lead very late into this game. Here comes Wilson. The shot from Wilson, curling toward goal, bounces up and over. That'll go out for a corner, though, last off of Michigan. It'll be the Surf having their third corner of the game. Time ticking away in this second half of the U13 Girls National Championship. Legends FC 99 winning the first ever U13 Girls title. Who will win the second? Cross from the corner into the 18-yard box. Short side toward goal. Hit by the keeper, Lipsy, and knocked out of the 18. And smart play by the midfielders of Michigan to get it out. Surf keeps it in. Still a lot of attacking area. Turned by Wells toward the middle. Got a foot on it now. Leading back to the corner. This time Brooke Wilson. Knocked out of play. And that'll go off of Michigan. It'll be a throw in for Surf. And a substitution here. Coming on now, Ashley Armstrong once again. Also coming in for Surf will be Mackenzie Simpson. And she takes on the near side. There's a help out, Sawyer Simo. Simpson will take the place at the right back. And a long throw in coming inside the 18-yard box to the top of it. Headed toward the 18 and still volleys back and forth. And ball squeaks out and Armstrong able to get a foot on it toward the far side to Lillian Lucas. Lucas going up for the header with Babcock Chi, and Babcock Chi will win that against Lucas. Now the two of them tussle along the far touchline. Babcock Chi up the far side, trying to feed Madison Mercado, and Mercado knocks that ball out of play. There'll be 1 minute of added time here in the second half. Maybe one last-ditch effort for Michigan. Hartwig up the far side. She has a teammate up there and just caught offside. Ashley Armstrong. But a great idea to move up and take advantage of that turnaround. And Sawyer Simo will come back into the game once again. Just a quick breather for her. And exchanging for the second time with Mackenzie Simpson. Play for most of this half has been in the attacking half for Surf Academy. They've reclaimed their form and really worked the ball around the 18 well, creating a couple of chances. Trying to get a run here on here's Wilson. Maybe one last effort for the end of the game. Mercado. And that one is whistled down. He'll come out for a free kick thanks to the offside. And this will just about do it. Referee has the whistle in his mouth, ready to blow. And off the kick. And that will be the full-time whistle. 70 full minutes have gone by in this U13 Girls National Championship game. We have yet to have a score. Now we will go to two 10-minute extra time periods to decide this one between Michigan Hawks 01 and Surf Academy 1. First half of play coming into the advance of Michigan, and Surf taking advantage in the second half, and unfortunately just couldn't find goal. And so we'll have a quick intermission here, and when we come back, we'll have another chance to decide a winner, this time in extra time, still 0-0. You're watching coverage of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard. We'll be back for the Maryland SoccerPlex for extra time in this U13 Girls National Championship game. Don't go anywhere. Back here from the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, Maryland, at this U13 Girls National Championship game between Michigan Hawks 01 and Surf Academy 1. We're going to extra time, and Colin Shuck, glad to be with you throughout the course of the journey here from field number 3. A couple chances for both sides. Michigan Hawks, they had a lot of momentum and more chances in the first half overall. Continual possession and movement around the 18-yard box. A couple decent chances coming from the foot of Lillian Lucas, who had the game winner in the 1-0 win for Michigan against Surf Academy on Thursday. But then in the second half, tides turned for Surf. In the Academy, some chances going into the 18-yard box, more possession, and just couldn't find the game-winning goal in that second half for either side. No. Now we'll go back to the same positions as we ended the second half of play. Surf Academy in the dark blue going from left to right, and Michigan Hawks in the powder blue going from right to left. This will be the first of 2 10-minute periods. No golden goal. If we don't find a winner after 20 minutes, then we'll go to penalty kicks to decide the second ever U13 Girls National Championship. Underway here once again, and Surf Academy will throw it on the near sideline. After Michigan started things off, Sawyer Simo will take the throw. And so now maybe a bit more urgency from both sides, looking for that leading goal and avoiding penalty kicks. To Hartwig. Hartwig taking it herself to the near side, looking for Brea Telemack, and just out of the reach of Telemack, looking for the near corner flag, and we'll go out of play for a throw. Again, Simo taking the throw on that near side. Back out to Kogo. Olivia Kogo did get a yellow card in the second half in the 58th minute for a challenge just outside the 18-yard box. But other than that, corners in favor of Surf 3-2. All three of those coming in the second half, and just showing the dominance of play from Surf Academy in that half. But things could be shifting now back for Michigan again. Lillian Lucas looking for Telemack near side, and a quick touch by Simo sends it back to the near sideline. Wilson tripped up from behind, and a touch foul called against Kogo once again. Nothing intentional, just she and Brooke Wilson getting legs tangled. And so the center back, Victoria Nielsen, who earlier on in this game came up limping a bit, seems to be okay now, as Lucas wins the ball back again for Michigan. Now looking to counter up the middle to the near side. Able to find Telemack. Telemack with some size and some speed. Telemack to the near side to Hartwig, trying to lead in for Armstrong. Ashley Armstrong to the near side, trying to go far post, and Armstrong just misses wide right. A great lead in for Armstrong, and just couldn't put it goalward. Now into the 3rd minute of extra time. Armstrong just outside the 6-yard box. Good idea, though, trying to move it around McKenna Carmichael in net. Just shaded a bit too far outside of the far post. And Armstrong trying to cut back in again. Play will come back out to midfield, and regrouping again at their defensive line are Michigan. And a throw in now for Surf Academy. It'll be Logan Wells. Wells had a chance to cross it in off of the set piece. There's a player open on the near side, and unfortunately just couldn't find a head. Now Michigan, Lillian Lucas, advancing into the attacking third. Lucas had Telemack on the near side. Lucas, she tries for goal, and that'll go wide left of the net. Another goal kick upcoming for McKenna Carmichael and Surf Academy. Michigan aren't afraid to take chances from outside the 18-yard box, and that one taken by Lucas right up the middle. Now back the other way. Waterhouse, she played keeper in the first half, looking for a feed up the middle. And that was intended for Brooke Wilson, cut out by the defense again. And a Hartwig a layoff for a 50-50 ball towards Sklarski. Now Sklarski again, cuts off the possession by Mercado. Sklarski at the far touchline, beckoning from the fans on the far sideline. Still trying to race in, and tripped up from behind was Ashley Armstrong. And again, Armstrong has been a threat in the second half and this first extra time period. Lillian Lucas will take this. And again, from about 30 to 35 yards out as Kaya Frazier checks back in. She'll check in for Haley Hartwig. Kaya's been off and on the field over the course of this game. But again, Lucas from about 30 to 35 yards out. This is the raise that she just guided up and over the crossbar in the first half. Can she put it toward goal or maybe set up ahead for one of her teammates racing in? Lillian Lucas, across in a long volley toward goal, and easy save by McKenna Carmichael that time, striding toward her left side as she makes a left-footed punt. Trying to lead up for Waterhouse, and that one is whistled down, and so it'll go back to possession of Michigan again. Strong play on the far side from Izzy Verdugo. Especially in the second half, she was finding a lot of balls up that far wing for her midfield and strikers. Armstrong cutting up the far side. And the whistle down. Foul called against Surf once again. Free kick will be taken by Lucas along the far sideline. Thinks about a quick exchange, but now they'll set up at the 18 once again. Looking for the set piece, Lillian Lucas. Seth Tremblay and one of the assistant coaches from Michigan are just calling out plays. Now Lucas to the 18. Knocked back outside. Kogo is there. She's giving chase. Kogo tries to feed it back in. Knocked back out. Out to the top of the 18. Miskicked. Turn back over. Looking for the near side was Kaya Frazier, and that's taken away, and Surf will just push up past midway as we're into the 77th minute and still no score. A tightly contested game. And now Michigan, the near side. Here's some room for Bria Telemac. Telemac to the 18, cutting toward the inside. Telemac, still Telemac, cutting in, has the room. Bria Telemac just guided over the net. That was the big golden chance of this first period thus far of extra time. Bria Telemac, with the speed and versatility, look at how much room she had. Picking out McKenna Carmichael too. McKenna Carmichael was thinking possibly rushing down to the far corner at the bottom of it. She's had some very strong play over the course of this game as Carmichael clears this out. Now coming back out once again, turned over to Michigan. Out for Frazier, near side over once again. It's Telemac in the same area. Bria Telemac cutting inside. Toward the 18, a chance, and taken away for the moment by Surf. Comes out again to Olivia Kogo. Kogo plays it up now, up the middle to Childers for Telemac. And Telemac loses it in her own feet. Turn back over to Surf. But Michigan staying strong on the attacking front. And foul called against Surf. That'll go against Monique Landrum. And another set piece upcoming for Michigan. Again, still within this first period of extra time. We'll have another 10 minutes once we hit the 80-minute mark. If there's a goal and it stands, we'll have a winner at the end of the second period. If not, we go to penalty kicks once again. Madeline Carlson will take this one. Out to the near side, looking for Frazier. Trying to lead Frazier to the 18-yard box. Kept in by Frazier and knocked out by Surf Academy. A corner, the first one of extra time. And the official can't believe it. Corner for Michigan in this game. They've had one in the first half, second half, and now first period of extra time. Lucas for the corner. Cross in to the 18. Danger here. Going out to the far post. Frazier was there. And that one goes out for a goal kick. Carmichael complaining about contact inside our own 6-yard box. But every volley from Lillian Lucas inside trying to find a running head has been beneficial and created a lot of chances for the Hawks. None of them at this point coming through. Just under a minute left until any possible added time of this first period of extra time. Lillian Lucas trying to lead it up the far side for Frazier. Frazier racing in. It bounces off of her to the far side to Logan Wells of Surf. And Wells will fake and cut in and run this up herself. Now the lead pass up the far side. Taken away by Michigan. Back to Surf. Along the far touchline. The attack has been strong from Michigan. That's something that Surf did very well in the second half, like Michigan did in the first. Verdugo gets there first. Taken away by Fischel. And there's a whistle down called against Surf Academy. And now play has to come back in for a throw-in. Whistle down of bounds. And that's the end of the first period of extra time. We still haven't had a score through 80 minutes of play. So that means we'll have another 10 minutes before we can decide a national champion. Again, if we tie after 10 more minutes, we go to penalty kicks. If not, we'll have a winner in extra time. This won't be a very long intermission. Again, we'll step aside just for a moment. As a reminder, you're watching the 2014 USU Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard. Here going to the second period of extra time. Still no score after 80 full minutes of play from field number 3 of the Maryland SoccerPlex. Colin Shuck with you at Turbo Sports Group, and one of 5 fields being broadcast throughout the course of the rest of this weekend for the rest of the national championships. U13 boys group has crowned a national champion of their own. Back on field number 4. It was Waza FC winning that 2-0 for the U13 boys competition, so they get their national championship. We still have to wait at least 10 more minutes for one here. Teams switch sides. So now the team in blue, Surf Academy, going from right to left, and the team in light powder blue, Michigan Hawks, will go from left to right. Michigan Hawks from Michigan winning the Region 2 Tournament Championship. 5 wins to 0 losses, conceding only 4 goals. Surf Academy from California South winning the Region 4 Championship. They went 6-0, only conceding 3 goals. In preliminary round play, Michigan Hawks won all 3 of their games, not allowing a single goal while scoring 7, and Surf Academy scoring 7 and allowing just 1 in the final day of preliminary round play to Michigan. A 1-0 victory for the Hawks and a 2-1 record for Surf Academy. Play on the far side of the field. And now Surf Academy trying to gain momentum after conceding a lot of chances. Here comes up the far wing. Brooke Wilson. She tried to cut in, and she's complaining about a push from behind to the head referee. And the referee is going to motion a no-no to Brooke Wilson. Just frustration mounting for both sides. But still creating chances and wearing each other down. Long volley, looking to lead Mercado. Mercado racing forward, collision outside. Mercado is out there, and that's going to be a free kick with a contact called against Surf Academy. Oh, and rough contact right in there. Micaiah Lipsy, the goalkeeper, as well as Madeline Carlson, who's holding her left shin, which is barreled into on the advancement. Have a look at that once again. Racing in on that far side and just took the brunt of that hit. Monique Landrum was racing in. And it's good to see that Maddie Carlson is walking under her own power. She does have to come off, though, I do believe. Despite the fact that she is okay and she says she's fine, because head coach Michelle Krasiznik had to come out and call the trainer, she does have to at least come off. And then she'll come back on as soon as she's allowed by the fourth official on the near side. Does take a minute or two off the clock, so that means that we'll probably have maybe a minute of added time onto this period. Micaiah Lipsy looks all right, as does Monique Landrum, no worse for the wear. And checking back in is Carlson. As our Hawks try to lead up through the middle once again, Bria Telemack, that golden chance in the first period. She's racing up the far side, Telemack. Leading up, Frazier. Kaya Frazier stops at the flag. She trips up on the play, and that goes out of bounds off of Frazier. Just caught up around the ball with Sawyer Simo. And still looking for the chance here, both sides. Michigan keeping possession. Lillian Lucas. Drop to the near side, turn back over. And once again, it's Michigan. Up the middle they go. Sklarski for Frazier. Frazier stops to the outside. Gives off for Telemack. Telemack at the 18 with some room. Telemack trying to go into the 18. A shot toward goal for Armstrong. Save made by McKenna Carmichael. A bit of a delayed reaction from the keeper, but she's able to trail over, track the ball, and make the save at the near post. Now Surf Academy trying to counter. Some miscommunication, turns the ball back over to Bria Telemack. Out to the near side. Turning to go is Sklarski. She'll stop back. Into the middle once again. Lucas. Trying to thread through two different defenders all on her own. Feed off to Childers. Childers taking it through. Up the near side. Sklarski. And Sklarski will just let that go out for a goal kick. Here's that save by Carmichael once again. Ooh, that may have gone in and possibly hit the post. I don't know if that would have gone across the goal line. That had danger written all over it, though. More important for the keeper, Carmichael, just to cut that out and not worry about trailing it to go out. Play around midfield. Surf Academy still trying to fight out of their own half of the field. Michigan holding possession again. Telemack keeps it in to the far corner. Telemack, and dispossessed by Simo. Goes out off of Simo. She is also complaining a bit frustrated. Telemack to take the throw in. Far side to Frazier. Frazier cutting into the 18. Kaya Frazier tries, and that's blocked in front. Goes out to the far corner, picked up by Fischel. Still not out completely just yet. And now finally Surf Academy gets some legs moving forward and trying to create a run up the middle to the near side. Here comes Surf Academy, just laying it down the near touchline. Madison Mercado. She'll chase against Izzy Verdugo, and Verdugo knocks that out of bounds. So the idea by Mercado was the right idea. They get back into their attacking half of the field, and Surf can try to counter. 86th minute. Cross to the far side by Wells. Trying to create some space. Over for Wilson. Maybe not the greatest touch by Wilson. However, she keeps it in play, and it rolls out along the far sideline. And turned back over to Michigan once again. A bit of urgency now from the bench. Long lead pass looking for Armstrong. Had the right idea, but headed away by the center back. And once again, Surf trying to counter, but not able to keep possession. Headed up for Armstrong. Up the near sideline, Armstrong trying to protect the ball, and I'll call it a throw-in for Michigan, and I thought Armstrong got last touch on that one. Either way, Sam Sklarski will take this throw-in. Trying to cross it in. Goes off of a Surf defender for a corner. And now Michigan, in every period of play thus far in this game, they've had one corner kick. First half, second half, First extra time period, second extra time period. It'll be Lillian Lucas once again from the near corner flag to cross it in. A chance to take the lead. Still no score, heading to the 87-minute mark. Lillian Lucas to the inside, cross to the 18. Still in. Kaya Frazier's there. She'll stop, cut back to the outside, and that's taken away by Surf Academy. Cutting out to the near side. Here's a run up the near flank. Rushing up is Mia Fischel. That's taken away by the Hawks out of bounds. And once again, Mia Fischel on both ends of the field, really working strongly to bring her team back into the attacking half of the field. And a substitution now upcoming. And now a complaint by one of the assistants from the Michigan coach to the fourth official. A bit of a disagreement, and coming back on, Mackenzie Simpson for Surf will take the place of Monique Landrum. And now Logan Wells. Desperation for both sides, so of course coaches and players will get a bit more frustrated into the final couple minutes of the second overtime period. Wilson trying to get to the far side, and Kogo takes that away. Brought back over to Wilson for Surf. Wilson giving chase, and she trips up Telemac. That'll be a foul called against Surf Academy once again. Bria Telemac going down. And trying to get some momentum now. In the 89th minute, again, if there isn't a winner after 90 minutes, we will decide with a penalty kick. Headed back to midfield. Long run for Surf Academy to get there. They'll give long chase out to the near side. And kept alive by Mercado. Mercado against Lucas. Still fighting for it. Out to the near side. Looking to turn and go Sklarski. She's tripped up on the way down. Contact on the ball, though. Award to throw in for the Hawks. Will we have any time added on here? I assume probably about a minute added on. Over to the near side, Lucas. Trying to do it herself up the near side, Lucas. Slowly marching up the near touchline. Bounce out of bounds off of Surf Academy. And momentum now for the Hawks. 90th minute now. Lucas retrieving the ball along the near touchline. Still no score. U13 Girls National Championship game. Only one goal between these two squads now in their second game against them in as many games. And that'll trail out of bounds. That'll go out for a goal kick in favor of Surf Academy. 1 minute will be added on to the end of this final extra time period. No score. If no winner, we go to penalty kicks. Punch back in, trying to find a chance for Michigan. Lucas up the middle to the far side to Frazier. And that's knocked away all the way back to Kogo on the far side. Racing for it is Bria Telemac. Goes for Childers. Childers now up the far side and cut away by the defense. And it's just going back and forth along that far side. Both teams looking for that last-ditch effort. Around midfield, Lucas cutting back in, shaking off the attacker McCorgle. Out of the near side, and a slow foot race will go in favor of Michigan. Possibly the last chance of this extra time period. Can Michigan find a way to find goal? Toward the 18, Frazier. Cutting inside, still Frazier. Brought back out once again. Checked by the referee of his watch. Out to the far side, looking for Telemac. Doesn't find her, cleared out by McCorkle. And that after 90 minutes of play, after a full 70 and two 10-minute extra time periods. No score, which means this U13 Girls National Championship game will go to penalty kicks. Strong play from the goalkeepers as well as defenders on both sides of the ball. And so we'll set up here. There'll be 5 chances for either side. If we're still tied after that, it'll go to sudden death. 1v1. just getting a quick break and go through once again some of the chances that came up. And Michigan had the greater chances in the first half of play. A couple from Lillian Lucas off of set pieces, as the sun is starting to set here from the Maryland SoccerPlex in Germantown, Maryland. Last year's national championship won by Legends FC 99 against Michigan Hawks 2000 was a 1-0 victory for Legends FC 99 to win the first ever U13 girls national title. And now this 0-1 team trying to avenge the loss from last season will have to do so in their next 5 chances. So again, 5 rounds of play, and we'll go toe-to-toe. It looks like the kicks are going to be taken on possibly the right side of the field, as the squad from Michigan is going to come out to midfield. That's where they'll rest. The captain's on the near side trying to decide who's going to shoot first, who shoots second, and on what side of the field they will shoot at. And so I do believe play is going to go over to the far side, and that's where we'll have these penalty kicks coming from. Michigan Hawks coming from the Region 2 championship, won all 3 games in the preliminaries, including a 1-0 victory against Surf Academy on Thursday. They shut out all 3 opponents, not allowing a single goal. Surf Academy, the number 2 spot in the preliminaries, 2-1 record. Again, that lone loss coming to Michigan Hawks. Lillian Lucas, the hero in that game, couldn't find it in normal time nor added time. So we're going to go to PKs to decide this. And this will be the first time that we'll see PKs in this round, and the first time we'll see penalty kicks in the U13 girls national title game. And both goalkeepers coming out, McKenna Carmichael for Surf and Micaiah Lipsy walking out for Michigan. Lipsy in the green and Carmichael in the yellow, walking out with one of the assistant referees and the head referee. Last year, Aleli Hernandez Represa won it with a goal in the 30th minute. And now, after the coin flip, it looks like Surf Academy is going to be shooting first. It'll be Surf coming first. Taking the first kick will be Madison Mercado. Mercado, 1 goal in 3 tournament games, the game winner against Dallas Kicks SC in the 3-0 victory. 4 goals in 6 games in Region 4 play. Her chance, far post and in. 1 chance, 1 goal, Madison Mercado. Lipsy just got a hand on that ball before it went to the far side. And Carmichael will step in. Lillian Lucas now will be the first one for Michigan. The game winner in the regulation matchup and preliminaries. And she has goals in every game thus far. 2 of them coming as game winners. Lucas with the kick upcoming. No! Denied by McKenna Carmichael. And Lucas can't believe it. 1-0 Surf after the first round. Lucas tried to go to that far side and quite upset that she missed the opportunity. And now for Surf, it'll be Brooke Wilson. Wilson, 1 goal in 3 games, 46th minute of the 3-0 victory against Dallas Kicks SC, and 1 more in Region 4 play. Can Lipsy make the save here? No, she can't. 2-0 Surf after 1.5 rounds. Strong placement to the corner. That's all that they need. Now for Michigan, Ashley Armstrong. She had some chances in extra time to streak toward goal in the first period. Can she bring this to a 1-kick deficit? Right-footed kick against Carmichael. Ashley Armstrong. Yes! Armstrong, the first one on the board for Michigan, and it's 2-1 after 2 rounds. Michigan almost copying the ideas of Surf, but this time it works. Lipsy will step back in, and this time it's the official. Official also some chances to streak up the wings, and she had a goal. The final one, Dallas kicks game. Right side, denied by Micaiah Lipsy. First denial of Surf Academy 1. And after 2.5, it's still 2-1 in favor of Surf. This time, Kaya Frazier. Also with some chances, and Frazier scored 2 goals, both coming against Dallas kicks in the 10th and 49th minutes in that 4-0 victory. Right-footed strike against Carmichael. Can it be? No, says Carmichael. Still 2-1 now after 3 rounds of play. McKenna Carmichael coming up with 2 saves out of the 3 attempts for Michigan. No misses of net for either side. And Jade Babcock-Chi will step up in round number 4 for Surf. To extend the lead and force a goal from Michigan. Jade Babcock-Chi. Right-footed strike. On its way. Far side, in! Makes it 3-1 Surf. And now Michigan has to score to stay alive, down by 3-1 after 3.5. Allison Childers. No goals in this tournament, 1 in Region 2 play. Childers has to make this to keep Michigan alive. McKenna Carmichael waiting. Childers. She gets one in. She keeps Michigan alive. It's now 3-2 after 4 rounds of play. And the final round upcoming. Logan Wells. If she scores, she wins it for Surf Academy. Micaiah Lipsy waiting in goal. This is the defining moment. Can Surf Academy claim the second U13 Girls National Championship? Logan Wells. She's done it! Logan Wells has won it for Surf Academy 1. And Surf wins the U13 Girls National Championship 4-2 in penalty kicks. Fans, players, coaches alike come out for celebration on the far side of the 18-yard box. And for Surf Academy, it's their first championship in this national tournament since 2009 when the U15 girls won the Christine Kelly Cup. And now 8th national championship overall in their various competitions. They came in as the number 2 spot after the preliminaries, after being defeated by Michigan in their preliminary game. A state of disbelief and elation, and the champions take the field. Head coach Seth D. Tremblay, part of the contingent. And you just take a look again over at the Michigan Hawks. That final chance by Logan Wells. Faked out Lipsy to the left side, and that's all that Surf Academy needed. 4 goals in 5 attempts, keeping the Hawks to 2, and that wins them the U13 Girls National Championship, the second ever awarded at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Sheer joy from the team in dark blue. Both they and the Hawks walking off the field. And again, cries of joy and tears of despair for both clubs. The ceremonial dump coming up for Surf, and you know who that's headed for. As we wrap up things here from field number 3 on Saturday evening at 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time, Surf Academy 1 has taken the U13 Girls National Championship, tie score 0-0, but winning 4-2 in penalty kicks. That wraps up our coverage here from field number 3. On behalf of the entire production team, U.S. Youth Soccer, and all those at Turbo Sports Group, I'm Colin Shuck. Again, final score from the Maryland SoccerPlex on field 3 of the U13 Girls National Championship. Surf Academy 1 winning 4-2 in penalty kick play. We'll be back tomorrow morning for more coverage of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard.